Let them have Mercedes and a house at the beach. Sit by the pool and get high. Raise a cool bottle to the heavens above, while the creatures struggle in the tide, and let freedom ring.
Larry Groce, mountainstage.org is where you can hear the show if you don't get it on your public radio station. Otherwise, listen to it on the radio. But you can get the internet version, and you might hear a few songs that you don't get to hear on the radio because we don't have time to put everything on there. And you want to hear them all from this guy. This is Chuck Prophet. I think you probably recognize him. Who wouldn't? He came last night.
He'd be surprised.
Did I dream you up, or did you dream me? Is there any place else you would rather be? Oh, Halloween was here, but now it's gone. Men in skirts and heels are marching on.
What inspired you to do a kind of record that a lot of the songs are about San Francisco icons and San Francisco situations and places?
Well, I was writing some songs with my friend Kurt, and we wrote a bunch of songs, and we're just goofing off. And then one day, it just kind of floated to the top. We had a song about Willie Mays and my neighborhood, the Castro, and I just kind of stood back and squinted, and I thought, this could be cool if this was a San Francisco record. And then from there, we started thinking about all the characters that kind of asserted themselves, like Emperor Norton and Carol Dota and Bill Graham, and the places and the history and all the 27 different San Franciscos that kind of overlap and intersect. And then we just started having fun. We got excited about writing songs. And from there, it turned into an album called Temple Beautiful.
Jim Jones in his temple on Gary Street, right next to young Bill Graham. Jim, he walked right up to Bill, clicked his heels, said, I think you know who I am. Meanwhile, Bugs and Daffy Duck were hitching up the coast to Pismo Beach, while over in the Tonkin Gulf, the Navy took a hit, or so it seemed.
And the Temple Beautiful was a club on 1839 Geary
What's the name of the album?
that some friends and I, when we were like 15, this kid borrowed his mom's Toyota. We drove there, and we went in there one night. We saw like 5 bands, and then we saw like Wall of Voodoo and the Mentors. They came out in Klan. It was Klan outfits. It was hideous, But it was 5 completely different bands landing on the line, expressing themselves. And when we left there that night at like 4 in the morning after seeing the Flamin' Groovies and the Mentors, and I just turned to my friends and I said, I think we can do this.
That's how
that was for me. It erased punk rock. Like they say, it erased the line between the audience and the stage. And that was when I thought, well, I want to do that. I don't know what.
Come on! 3 on and 2 out under the lights. Nobody knows who'll make it home tonight.
That's kind of the art part of it versus the, what do you call those, focus group, You can create things out of focus groups and testing and try this out and try that out and try this ending and try that. But in the end, it's kind of, there's no art to it. Art sometimes it doesn't work. It's horrible. It turns out wrong.
Well,
because
yeah,
you're taking a big chance and it doesn't make it. Then you'd start over and you try the next one. It's like you're writing every song you write. It's not going to be great, but you had to go that direction and now you start another direction.
Yeah, well, They probably got some kind of software for that now. I mean, I took my niece to see a movie recently, and I said, you know, did you know, honey, that this is a cross between Breakfast Club, Ordinary People, and maybe like the Urban Outfitters catalog? And she's like, no. And I said, there's probably, you kids probably have a software. You can put those 3 things in there, and it would spit out this movie.
Yeah, and you're right. You're
It's
probably
horrible. I feel sorry for you.
It's probably yes.
I feel
Right.
sorry for you and your crappy MP3s and your crappy little lives. I mean,
That's why.
your crappy movies.
That's why
your
he's so
crappy
popular on the
MP3s.
internet. That's why we're putting
Yeah,
him on the internet.
I feel sorry
so
for you kids. I really do.
Hey, what's a good note to end on? Here he is, right here. Chuck Prophet, go see him. You're out. How many dates you do a year? 150. You do a lot.
We try.
You play a lot.
We try.
Sometimes by himself. Sometimes with a band. Sometimes he and his wife. And no matter what, great songwriter. And keeping hope alive, keeping the dream
All right.
alive, right
You-
here. Chuck Prophet.
You
Thanks a
tell
lot,
him,
man.
Larry. Thank you. I feel sorry for you damn kids.